Hello, Gaga fans. We're back again for another episode of House of Mayhem. Gaia here with Talecia.
Hi.
Little monsters, put your paws up for Jose Cuervo Tequila. We're not just celebrating Gaga tonight. We're also celebrating 2 new Jose Cuervo Tequila flavors. We've got the lemonada and the coconut sparkling margarita. The perfect pre-show sip, in my opinion. Oh, crack that.
Nice.
Before we start, it's time for a love game, love or fame, where we either truthfully answer what's in the envelope submitted by you or play out a dare.
This episode's winner is going to receive a Jose Cuervo giveaway. Okay, lucky little monster.
Love game.
I think it's your turn to pick. Do you want love or fame?
I mean, do I even have a choice?
No.
Or will fate decide for me?
Fate will absolutely decide.
Okay, I'm going to pick this one. Guys, I've got love. Fuck, marry, kill, friend zone. Gaga characters.
Oh.
Wait, I love this. American Horror Story.
So that's
correct.
that's the Countess.
Who's
That's
she?
Patrizia.
Isn't that what?
That's House of Gucci.
I just watched the episodes, I know.
Yeah, it's Rosalind Rutwood.
And then The Star is Born. Really? This one?
That's Ali.
So fuck, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Marry is Regina. What's her last name?
Patrizia Reggiani. Marriage.
Marriage material. I mean, look at those pearls. They're pearls. Anyways, this bitch needs to go.
Oh my God.
I don't want her.
You're such an Ali hater. You haven't
know.
even seen it.
I'm not an ally to Ali at all. Best friend mode. You know, she will protect me. She will, if you hurt me, she will hurt you.
The Countess. She will eat your heart.
Thanks for playing along and stick around for the rest of the episode. Polarizing pop star. She's loved by many and an inspiration. Beyonce collaborated with Gaga on telephone and videophone.
A very, very bad girl, Gaga.
And has spoken highly of Gaga's work ethics and fearlessness. Tony Bennett, my favorite king, the most important artistic co-sign of her career, and said one of the greatest singers alive about Lady Gaga.
I mean, yeah, famously so.
Famously so. She's also worked with Elton John, a longtime mentor and a friend. Gaga is the godmother of his 2 sons, which is so
Really?
random. Ariana Grande spoke about Gaga's kindness and mentorship during Rain on Me, which is an iconic video clip. Have you seen it recently?
It is phenomenal. It's
It
phenomenal.
will forever stay rent-free in my head. And there's, of course, Bradley Cooper.
Blew me away as a director as a fellow actor watching her, because I fully believed that she had never stepped on a stage of that scope.
You know, who's a big advocate for Gaga and starred in Star is Born during... What is...
Just it was her co-star, right?
Yeah,
her
it was co-star. But he also directed it, and I think for him it was...
He directed it.
Didn't he?
Is that true? I don't know if
I'm
that's
pretty
true.
sure.
Guy, I think you're making that
Look it up. Look it up right now.
Wait, is that...
Look it up right now. This man has directed
No.
A Star is Born.
Wait,
Everything
that's
else.
crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all. Something that I did, in fact, know
Yes.
was that she is a very fantastic collaborator.
Oh my God, yes.
If she is on a song, she's adding flavor.
She's adding so much value.
She's adding it.
Yeah. And I also feel like she brings her own flair to, any artist she works with.
I don't know if this is a thing before Chromatica, but she did a full remix album where she had features on all of the songs.
I remember this.
Yeah, so we had Sour Candy with Blackpink and all of these kind of remixes with DJs and whatever. And
really big artists too.
Yeah. I think that she's just a very master collaborator. So many people I would want her to collab with.
Yes. I also feel like she knows how to work the industry, which we covered in episode 1, right? You, in order to stay in this industry for this long, you kind of have to be smart about it.
Yeah. Guys, not everyone loves her, which is ridiculous.
You would be surprised who was one of the first few people that didn't really like Lady Gaga and threw shade at her.
Yeah, who were the haters?
Adam Levine, Maroon 5 guy.
Maroon 5 fame.
Maroon 5 guy. Adam Levine sparked a public feud, they say, with Lady Gaga in 2013 when he tweeted, and this is when famously your favorite album, Art Pop, came out. And he essentially tweeted, recycling old art for a younger generation doesn't make you an artist.
Oh.
That is some fucking shade right there.
Did he tag her?
No, it was the same timeline. And why people thought it was, it was about her is because it was literally Art Pop album had just come out in that time.
Yeah.
And it featured a lot of classic art.
Yeah.
And so he was like, let me have a dig at her. And you should...
Cool. Commentary, babes.
Commentary. Well, Gaga's response was, oh guys, the art police is here, which is so iconic of her to just make such a lighthearted comment about something that is truly like being attacked on, like music that you put out. Putting out music is not easy. Like, I'm sure if you're an artist, you've done it for so long, but it's something that's so personal to you. You're so vulnerable, sharing it with like millions of people.
Yeah.
And then to have a fellow musician, artist, singer, songwriter, whatever.
A white man, no less.
A white man, no
Like,
less.
the fuck?
We also got our queen, our iconic queen, Madonna. You know this. I think everyone knows about the Madonna-Gaga beef.
Madonna.
And it's interesting because Gaga was such a big fan of Madonna. Such a big, like she always credits Madonna.
The thing with like me and Madonna, for example, is that I admired her always. And I still admire her, no matter what she might think of me.
She says like, I draw inspiration from Madonna.
Yeah.
And you see that in the persona who she is, performance to like the way she creates music. And honestly, Madonna was one of the first artists to also see Gaga in her early career. So it's really interesting. But this all kind of started when there was a comparison between Gaga's song Born This Way and Madonna's Express Yourself. And to be honest, I had to listen, and yes, I see the similarities in like the video clip to like what it sounds like. But I also want to hear your thought on this. Are you a big fan of her?
Of Madonna?
Yeah.
No. The way,
Interesting.
okay, can I tell you,
Yeah.
my only real reference for Madonna is in fact Glee. So everything that I know about Madonna is from Glee, except I remember distinctly watching the Hung Up music video on Rage when I was like 5 years old or some shit. And sitting in my lounge room being like, who is this lady?
Who's this lady?
Who is this lady rolling around on the floor of like a studio in a leotard? What's
That is
happening,
so
babe?
hard. You have to admit that both Lady Gaga and Madonna have so much in common, right? And the art of turning controversy into currency. Like they, I think this is why people compare Lady Gaga and Madonna, because I think Madonna obviously came before Lady Gaga and has been doing this for so long and also has been quite polarizing in the time that she was in, or in the era. And I guess when Lady Gaga kind of stepped in that space, people were like, wait, someone's already been doing this controversial, like theatric performance.
You're not going to be the first of anything.
No.
Sorry.
No. And inspiration is drawn from everywhere around you, and it's going to be hard to keep it original.
There's space for everyone to coexist.
Yeah.
Obviously, blatant copies can like fuck off. Sometimes, in fact, there are too many random white men singing the same thing. And
Is this a dig at Adam Levine and Maroon 5?
evil does not go away. It just reinvents itself. We all know this. But I think that for women, it's different. Like, I think that there are the societal kind of like issues around.
Absolutely. And also women are constantly compared. Do you know what I mean?
against
How
each
often
other.
are you like, oh, this man and this man sound the same?
Generationally, there's always going to be like a person in that role.
Yeah.
I think Gaga is that for so many people. And I think that we've like already kind of touched on the fact that it's a generational
Legend.
career for her, right? And I think for Madonna, I think her career spans generations as well. I think the same for like Kylie Minogue. They all kind of play a role. But I also think that there's going to be people that come up after you. There are going to be people that are inspired by you. And I think
And
that
you have to champion them. And I think that's what
you can either be threatened
Yeah.
or you can embrace it and you can
or
feel
collaborate with them and still
fucking
be
flattered.
relevant.
Yes.
You know? And it's funny you say that because in an interview, Madonna was asked about that. Like, you know, how do you feel about the fact that Gaga has like created this song that's like very similar to your song? And she said something which is quite sassy.
Yeah.
It feels reductive.
Is that good?
Look it up.
Also, to give you context in that interview, she does kind of speak highly of Gaga.
Yes.
You know, she's not fully dissing her.
No.
But of course, media loves to take, you know, pieces of
Yes.
what's being said. And
Media can be so fucking
Exactly.
evil. And like I will ride to the grave because I saw that interview. I know that interview well. That it's like not in kind spirit to ask that kind of question. Like you are looking for dirt, you're looking to be nasty. I think about this Madonna interview and it gets taken so out of context. I think that she's calling the comparison reductive because there is no way that phrasing makes any sense to be her work is less than or her work doesn't
only
mean as
reason-
much.
Okay, the only reason I think that is because when the interview goes, please follow up in what you
Yeah.
said, she has almost like a little cheeky smile and has a little sip of a
Yeah.
drink as if they're like, you figure it out.
Well, because, I think that like the undertones are don't compare us.
Okay.
That's what I
like
think.
that.
I think that it's leave that up to your own devices and figure it out for yourself that like we are incomparable. I think that it's calling the question and the comparison reductive, to be honest.
Paris Hilton was another scenario. In 2011, she actually walked out of an interview with him and they were like good friends as well. And it's because, and this is again going off the fact that interviewers at that time, all they want to know is what insider scoop can I get to share to have, like more viewership.
It's the going viral.
Yeah, exactly. But essentially, like we don't know the full story, but the story from Paris Hilton is that she walked out and she like stormed out. He didn't really take any accountability. But her version is that at that time she was being asked about her then boyfriend and it wasn't something that she wanted to talk about. And apparently she had to cry. Like it was quite like close to her.
Yeah, it's like it's not like a safe space.
No.
Like place to ask questions, like personal questions like that. Like I think that there is so a place for deep conversation in an interview setting. Like I think that there is a respectful way to do it and there's like respectful outlets that do like beautiful features that it becomes a part of like just like a moment in time. Like I think that we can't ignore the fact that documenting like an artist's life, I think, and especially for someone who like an artist that writes about their life and lives a public life. Like obviously there are things that we're not gonna get into, but and there are ways to do it. We can't lose the art of like a beautiful deep interview like that.
No.
Taking these like beefs and like all these kinds of things with like a grain of salt I think is important.
Yeah.
But public Twitter feuds, I live.
No, I know.
Oh, I live.
I know. It's so good.
Live.
Okay, so this next one is really funny. So Azealia Banks has issues with Gaga.
Well, what do you do?
They made a song together.
That's true.
They made a song
That's
together,
true.
but it was never released. I could keep going. But Mother is iconic and has influenced other people. Charlie XCS, who is also a polarizing pop star. I actually didn't like Charlie up until maybe in the last year. Maybe since
that's an
like Brat,
opinion.
right? My reason is I think when she first released music, I didn't really get it.
The thing about like her performances and stuff, like so she played Laneway this year and she was a headliner.
Yeah.
But a couple of years ago, she was on the same lineup as the 1975 and she was playing like a
Sorry, I just got goosebumps.
Yeah. And
Maddie Healy, are you in the room with us?
And she was playing like a random day slot.
Girl.
Yeah. And so seeing like that, those were the two times that she's played Laneway.
Yeah, and the jump in her career is crazy, right?
You know, this has been the total opposite of like an overnight success story.
And then recently, this album, Brat, was like insane. Like the glow up is so real.
I would so disagree.
Oh my God, okay.
I would so disagree because like, so I was just like her festival approach, like when you probably would have seen her, was like, I think she demanded a lot from a crowd.
Yes.
Was like, and she would get the shits with like people not dancing or singing or whatever because all she wants is like for people to have fun.
I said, does anyone fucking know this fucking song?
She was also just booty shaking. She wasn't really singing when I saw her.
Sometimes go shake an ass.
It's true.
So I would say that like she was like Gaga, I would say making stuff that people did not get. And also at the same time was having like commercial success. That feels crazy.
Yeah.
That like you can have commercial success at the same time as like trying to make something a bit fucking weird and like people not getting you. Yeah. But then there's a version of you that the public is like accepting of.
Yes.
And I think as well like the internet played such a massive role in like
World Wide Web,
in like connecting artists and fans.
Yes.
Yes. And I think that we're kind of on the other side of a hill now where there was a real like parasociality.
Yes.
Like,
oh my God.
I think that there was like merit to how parasociality came about because that was just like inherently like what was established.
Yes.
Like from every side. It was like, oh, look, we have a direct line now to these people. Yeah. And it was like, I don't know, like there were massive artists like DMing fans. But really like prior to that, the only way that we would get anything from an artist was like via like
interviews,
Ye-
papers,
yeah, like,
magazines, and they were
from,
so
like, with
curated
posters and
from
stuff.
the interviewer's perspective or the publication
Yes.
perspective that we actually didn't get to see who the person,
No.
who they were interviewing.
But I also think like we didn't care at the time. It was like
Well, we didn't know any better. That's
No.
all we knew, right?
Yeah.
It was like one way medium in terms of like how we were consuming, and then I think social media really opened that almost floodgates.
Yes.
To be like, actually, it's a two-way. Like you can feed into this too.
I think we're on the other side of it now because I think we've like realized the effects a little
Yes.
bit and
Yeah.
have
Taken us a while though.
become a little more aware of like
Yeah.
what's happening with
Yes.
it. But I think something that has happened, especially with someone like Gaga, who was like a legacy artist and has seen her fans through the ages and seen like had to participate in like so many different types of like relationship building, I
Yes.
guess. I saw this tweet come up the other day and I would love your opinion. Mm-hmm. So Lady Gaga commented on Chapel Roan's post.
Okay.
It was this picture.
Oh my gosh, she looks
Like,
Chapel
stunning.
just embodies any character she plays so well. Again,
just-
in the same world as Lady Gaga.
that's Gaga daughter for sure.
Oh my God, yes.
So, and she comments and says, "You are a breathtaking vision." And I don't know if anyone remembers this or if this is a very niche, like if you were a One Direction fan, you know. But at the VMAs, One Direction won an award and they started getting booed.
Yes. Oh my God, I remember that. That was so mean and they were so young.
Yeah.
But
And Gaga stood up
Yeah.
and she went backstage
Yeah.
and she said, "Don't fucking listen."
yeah.
But if I did hear what I heard out there, I just want to tell you that you deserve every bit of success that you have. And don't you dare let those people boo you.
Like she knows how hard it is, right? Because she's lived those experiences of like being booed or like being disliked by whether it's fan or people in industry. And especially One Direction, they were so young at that time and she was such a big advocate for young people. It's so nice to see her not only just have this front-facing organization, but really back that by doing the work as well. You get to see that. And that was such a beautiful moment for me to be like, wow, you're not like every other famous person. You just say things and you just,
Because she was like at her peak, I think, as well. Like,
Yes.
or like she was very much cemented in already being like quite famous and like people were
people respected her.
taking notice of
Yeah.
her and like she carried a weight in the industry.
Yeah.
So for her to kind of stick her neck out for One Direction.
Yeah.
Because the reason that I'm actually bringing this is not just to be like, oh my God, Gaga commenting on Chapel's photo because like iconic, cunty,
Iconic,
whatever.
yes.
But there was a quote tweet that said, "I wish she could have gotten the same support from her idols like Madonna, Grace Jones in her earlier days instead of getting hatred and bitterness from them."
Oh,
What do you think of that?
that hurts me. That hurts me. But it's so interesting because, again, we spoke about the Madonna situation. I think media blew it up more than what it was, right?
Blew it out of proportion.
Yeah. And there's only so much you can do to control the narratives and what's being said.
Because I think when you start playing in a space with like people you look up to, all you really want is for them to appreciate you and get you and respect your work.
Yeah.
And I think that like is not a hard ask.
No.
If
no.
the people you are looking up to
Especially-
are good fucking people.
Exactly. Especially if you are also in the industry and know how hard it is to put out music, write music, continue to thrive and survive. Why would you not give the mutual respect back and like also support someone? Like,
No,
if you've
truly.
had the same lived experiences. Fame is a lonely game.
But like I think that comes back to the title. Like fame is a lonely game. And if you don't have your people with you and you don't have a support network, and that's like, it's not just the music industry and it's not just being famous. Like if you don't have your people to keep you on the ground, like it's gonna be like so much harder.
And then you get to a point you're like, who am I doing this for? Like you can have the fans and still feel lonely, still feel isolated.
I mean, not to bring up Charlie XCX again, but like her team is like made up of like her friends. Same with
that.
like Sabrina Carpenter, like her best friend Paloma tours with her.
Oh my God, I love that. And there's a reason, right? Unless you
Like her
find
childhood
people
friend.
that you work with that become your family, friends, beautiful, but that's not often the case. And it's so hard in those industries where you do often feel lonely, especially with traveling and being away from family and friends. It's so nice to be able to work with your friends and family.
Yeah, like Olivia Dean literally like was saying that she's been touring with the same band since she was 17 years old.
And that's how you also know that those people are good people. If you can keep people around for that long and work with them as well, you're a good person. Thank you, Jose Cuervo, for supporting this episode. We can't wait to have you back again.
Bye.
Bye.